TMI Tuesday is back! This is gonna be fun! Hey guys! TMI Tuesday is officially back. If you haven't followed me before, when I was doing TMI Tuesday before, basically TMI Tuesday is my weekly TTC vlog. Some of it may be TMI, so hence the title TMI Tuesday. So anyway, every Tuesday I'm going to come on here, talk to you guys about TTCing and what's going on with my cycle and whatnot. These first couple weeks are probably just going to be whatever's happening, because right now I am waiting for my cycle to start. So the doctor on Monday, if you didn't check out my vlog plans, my plans for TTC, go check that out. But basically Monday I had an appointment with the RE last week, and I have decided to TTC with my known donor again. What do you want? You want the bone? There's the bone. So I went off the Vazan on the Monday. The Monday was my first day of skipping the pills, and the doctor told me it could take up to 4 to 6 weeks for my cycle to return. I'm like, my cycle's supposed to be due soon, and because I was always spotting when my period was due, I'm like, my period's gonna be due soon. It won't be that long. I mean, when I went off the continuous birth control, it was like 2 days and my cycle was back. Well, here we are a week later, and I'm ovulating. I'm probably TMI, but the other day I woke up to an incredible shit ton of egg white cervical mucus. Like, probably more than I've ever had in my life. It was really, really nasty. So I had posted about that on Instagram and decided to take an OPK, which I don't know if you guys can see. The lighting is kind of bad, but I've taken 3 total and they're all super dark. So yeah, and to top that off, I have a really horrible pain in my left side right now. Like so bad that I almost called 911 this morning because it was like killing me and I was getting dizzy. I have a condition where if I'm in too much pain, I pass out. So, but basically the pain, I get myself worked up and then my blood pressure drops and I pass out. Anyway, so I was starting to feel like that and I'm like, okay, just calm yourself down. You're not going to pass out. You're fine. So I obviously didn't call 911, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should go to the ER, and I'm like, but basically if I go to the ER, I know what's going to happen. They're going to probably do an ultrasound checking for an ectopic pregnancy that doesn't exist. They're going to ask me 1,001 questions to see if I'm having a miscarriage, which obviously I'm not, and they're going to take pregnancy tests to make sure I'm not pregnant, and then they're going to like give me 2 Tylenol and say have a nice day. That's basically how this is going to work. So right now I'm kind of just sucking it up. Especially because this is how I am when I'm in pain. I can still joke around, I can still laugh and whatnot, so even though the pain is really bad, it's not so bad that I can't be talking. So I've gone to the ER before when I've had really bad cramps during my period, and they basically laughed me off. The one time, thank God, they gave me an injection of Toradol, and the ER doctor told me I had to go and get ultrasounds done to make sure I didn't have fibroids, because this was not normal, whereas all the other doctors were kind of just like, suck it up, it's your period. And then that's how we found out I had endo. But anyway, so they don't really take you seriously, and I also have a very high sensitivity to painkillers, so I don't really trust them, because after I had a reaction to one painkiller, the ER doctors gave me another painkiller via IV, and I reacted to that after telling them how horrible the reaction was from the other painkiller. And then they prescribed me the same painkiller they gave me via IV, but in pill form, and said, oh, it'll be fine. I never filled that prescription. So anyway, so I know they can't really do anything for me. I have Toradol here. I have naproxen here. The phone is ringing. Yeah, so that was the clinic calling. Because I called them about my AMH. But anyway, let me finish up what I was talking about. My left side is killing me. Like sitting, I don't know. It kills. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I have so many errands to run, but I'm really scared to go out by myself. So I don't know if I'm going to see if my mom can take me later. I might message her and just be like, look, I'm really not feeling well. I don't have a fever. I already checked that. And I'm not, you can tell, I'm not like dying in pain, but I might just see if she can take me later to run the errands, so that way I'm not by myself. I don't know. I don't like going out when I'm in pain because I know I pass out. So anyway, so the clinic just called. I called them yesterday and they were closed, and then I called them this morning and left a message, and then they called back, and then I had to get redirected to the right doctor. And so my AMH came back low. Yeah, low. So that's great. I asked her right away if I can get an appointment to discuss the laparoscopy. So because he said if it comes back low, then I need to get the laparoscopy done. And I said, well, my cycle isn't, I was supposed to call cycle day 1, but I am just ovulating. So it'll be like 2 weeks before that. So, and I just would rather get things going. And she said, okay, they have no appointments till Monday the 16th. So that's when my appointment's going to be. Today is the 3rd. So that's like 2 weeks from now, I guess. So I might end up having my cycle day 1 before that. But at least then I have my laparoscopy appointment to schedule that in. So yeah, low AMH, woohoo. High FSH, woohoo. So that kind of sucks, but it kind of like reiterates the fact that they don't want me to do IVF because I won't get enough embryos to make it worth it. Someone had commented saying that they don't understand why the doctor is recommending IUI for diminished ovarian reserve, and basically it's because of my age. I'm not like out of eggs, and I'm young enough, like both my mom and my grandmother hit menopause at 40, which is a typical sign of diminished ovarian reserve, is having early menopause. So they might have had the same thing, but the thing with IVF is, yes, they can pump me full of a ton of drugs and I can still do IVF. The problem is I might only get a few embryos. So for me to financially pay like $10,000, which seems low, but I have funding. So, but yeah. Anyway, for me to pay $10,000 to get 1 or 2 embryos doesn't make sense when I could put that $10,000 towards IUIs, even medicated IUIs, and I would get 1 or 2 embryos per cycle there anyway. So my plan is to do unmedicated IUIs. I just think financially it's a better option. And if I'm ovulating 1 embryo, 1 egg every cycle anyway, then there's always that chance to catch that egg. So I could do 10 IUIs unmedicated for the price of 1 IVF. Plus, I'm still going to be using my known donor. So right now, so I have that appointment the 16th, and I'm going to be calling cycle day 1 for the HSG. I just love this clinic. Like, the communication's fantastic. They actually have people return your calls. They give me numbers when I ask for it. They actually care, it seems. So, anyway, so yeah, I'm just basically waiting for cycle day 1. Depending on what things are happening, I may or may not TTC this cycle. I'll have to see when my cycle starts, when approximately I'm going to ovulate, because if I'm going to have an HSG, not an HSG, but the laparoscopy close to when I am ovulating, or soon after, I'm not going to bother doing a cycle. So I just have to wait and see. I know they have some openings at the end of May, and they also have some openings in June for the laparoscopy. I would love to get to one at the end of May if it's still available. So it's kind of just waiting and seeing and whatnot. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Come follow me on this journey, and every Tuesday you'll have TMI Tuesday. I'm not sure what other vlogs I'm going to do in between. I'll probably do an Ask Your Questions video sometime next week or something to get you guys availability to ask me a shit ton of questions. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys later. Bye guys. I'm going to be TTCing again. Here's the plan.